Boogie, drop that beat.
Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Talking Out Loud with Miss Talkative. Everything I say is my own opinion, alleged, and strictly entertainment purposes. Remember, I'm just talking out loud. Please like, share, subscribe. Comment on the video, let me know what you think. Now, Chris tells Martell what Marceau said about them and the company, and now all of a sudden Martell is upset. Take a listen.
We had dinner with him, and Marceau just kind of, he got that mouthpiece, bro. You have a black expo. You want to do it for the North Side or the community.
Yeah.
Black businesses, but you're going to say you didn't know we owned the daycare center?
Oh, he didn't know that?
That's what he said.
I didn't know you had a daycare either.
Well, that's true, but you and I are not as close.
That's correct.
You know what I'm saying? But regardless, I'm still a real estate broker in the area.
I would have loved to have been that,
Right.
The way we're building over here.
Right.
We're bringing value over here.
We've been bringing value, yeah. We've been doing it.
Apparently, they did get some sponsorship.
They didn't say how much it was?
No, Tish didn't want to reveal, though.
See, man, that was Melody's suggestion.
Right.
You went and got sponsorship after she said you can get sponsorship. Marceau and Tisha like, I didn't even think about that. It's a lot of didn't think about it until the host goddamn introduced y'all to it.
I think he felt like he would only pay speakers if they were professional.
I was just at the BBC last year, and Melody spoke.
Yeah,
on the platform. She did very well.
Yeah, she's been speaking. She's a great speaker.
Right.
She's gonna be one of the better speakers that he can get. She was speaking when your ass was up in the movie theater working with the big ass suits on. You see why she should get paid to speak. Respect all of that. I just hate when people feel that they can use you and not respect the fact that they did use you.
Even with Scope. I mean, he made that comment of, guess who owns Scope now?
Slab. When we started Scope, I said, we're going to bring you in, we're going to do the same thing that Holden Hope does, and then you're going to buy me out. And that's what happened. It wouldn't be no Scope without me or Melody. For the duration of our lives, put some respect on it, because everything that you got now, you would not have touched anything if it would not have been us being friends to you and your family. That's why I don't like fake people. I just saw Marceau at the town hall, and if I had known that he was talking crazy like this, I would have confronted him then. To me, it don't make sense for Marceau to talk about Melody or myself like that, knowing that we made him. Don't forget, that be taken away from you. In many ways, you feel me? God don't play, and I don't play either.
So, Martell, why did it take you all this time to realize who the Scots are? Because they're talking about you now? Because they're not giving you your credit that you think you deserve? I don't understand why it's taking you this long to figure out who the Scots are. Martell thought the Scots were his people. The Scott brothers were his homeboys, his bros. But Melody tried to tell him. But he thought the Scots were his friends because they were willing to help him take down Melody. He didn't care what they were saying, what they were doing. He thought it was a big old cackle every time they, tried to diss Melody. The Scots, they're nobody friends, not even each other. The Scots have and always will be competitors. Melody stated that Martell was not cheating and acting funny until he got around the Scots. And the Scots kept Martell close long enough so they can get the inside scoop on Melody and to make sure that he didn't spill none of their drama. All of these years, he went against Melody with the Scots, knowing exactly who they are and what they stand for. You can't tell me that he didn't see it. He knew. That's why he was able to get the Scots to go against Melody. It's been in his face the whole time. But because they hated Melody just as much as Martell, he thought they were friends. Nope. The Scots used Martell, and Martell allowed them to use Melody. The Scots seen Martell as a come up and an opportunity. They was never his friends either. Melody paid his tuition so he can get back in school, helped him graduate, did it by doing his homework, helped him get a job by writing that letter of expunge so he can get his records expunged, helped him start and run several businesses that became multi-million-dollar businesses. She helped his friends start businesses, loaned his friends, the Scots, a place to stay, and a car. And hell, I'm gonna say they probably lent the Scotts money, because if Marceau was down and out and couldn't get a job, then I'm quite sure they was hurting financially. And if Melody took out of her personal pockets to help Destiny with the $5,000, I'm quite sure she helped the Scotts with a lot more. It just hasn't came out because Melody not that type of person. It only came out about Destiny because Destiny was talking about Melody not a friend. But anyway, Melody afforded Martell a lavish lifestyle. He was driving a Lamborghini. See, the Scotts just getting to the point where they're getting Lamborghinis by way of renting them, and because they're friends with somebody that actually sells them, I believe. But Martell, you actually had a Lamborghini, and it wasn't a rented one. But he was so far removed from where what the Scotts were doing, because he didn't care. Martell wasn't worried about a thing when he was with Melody. She made sure everything was okay. Melody was in the mind frame of, my husband is struggling right now, let me lift him up. Martell wanted into the real estate arena, and Melody was like, okay, I'm gonna take the builder's license. He can't pass right now, but let me go ahead on and help my husband, my partner, my man. It doesn't matter who has the license, because we're a team. And at no point did Martell ever look back at the Scotts and say, y'all are using my wife. This has to stop. Enough is enough. It's like we're giving and giving and giving, but when does it end? We're not feeling anything in return. And then I'm not saying that it always has to be a give and take relationship, but the problem is, he's seen what the Scotts were doing. He didn't put a stop to it, and it was like it was a never-ending train with the Scotts. They always Melody given the house, the car, the business, and it would have continued on. It would have been the 47 acres, and once they got their hand on them 47 acres, they really would have been done. Because they wouldn't have cared what came out, because apparently Tisha don't care what's going on. It's in her face now, and she doesn't care. So if they had got their hands on that 47 acres deal, and it would have went down as it was planned out on paper, the Scotts would have been maniacs by now. But and that's one of the reasons that they hate Melody today. I believe they was always envious, but they hate her today because of that 47 acres. They're not going to let her live that down, because right now, all of the stuff that they're going through, they feel as though if Melody had came through with that 47 acres, they wouldn't have to go through none of this. They wouldn't be, plagiarizing their lives on camera, none of that. But anyway, Martell knew that Melody was a caring, giving person, and he just kept letting his friends, the Scotts, use her. Why? Because he used her. He wanted to get back, and the Scotts were they were willing to help him with his get back at Melody. But he never thought that the Scotts would actually get back at him as well. He thought because he had Melody help them in the past, that they would keep, they would keep helping, that they would come to his aid and help him whenever he needed it. But he has to remember, Tisha sat right in his face and dogged him out, told him she was the new owner of Scott, and basically she punked him right in his face. And he still wasn't, after accepting all of that, he wasn't even allowed back into scope. The Scott boys, the Martell and Marceau, sat in Marie's backyard, and they was laughing at him about not having a builder's license. Melody never told anybody that Martell didn't have a builder's license. The Scotts came out with that information. They wanted to embarrass him. The company that, him and Melody helped them build, he wasn't even allowed back into the company. So I don't understand why Martell should have been frustrated with the Scotts way before now. So this little song and dance that he's doing now, In my opinion, it's years and years too late. Melody has moved on. She knows what the Scots are up to, hopefully. And she's already rebuilt. The Scots, that's why they're going under, because they didn't mean Melody no good. And that's why he's going under. For one, for him using her, for allowing his friends to use her, and using them as the get back to Melody. So like I say, all of this little ranting and raving, now I can understand Melody doing it, but Martell, you allowed this. You brought these people in her life. And so, just it's good. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. And that's just my opinion. I'm just talking out loud. Please like, share, subscribe. Comment on the video. Let me know what you think.